My name is Roger. I'll be showing you another macro script for Shindo Life, aka Shindo Life 2. It's going to be a multi-purpose AFK EXP grinder. So it has a auto clicker, it has a first stage gin farmer, and a second stage gin farmer. It has a KG farmer, and it also has a nature farmer, which is going to be your first 6 slots, which are going to be my R, F, Z, T, G, B. And then my KG is going to be my 1, 2, 3. So I'll be going over my auto clicker. So it's going to be, hold up, I'll be ending my first one. I'm going to go first one. Now my KG is currently running. So I'll be explaining each and every through line by line. I'll also put the code in the description so you can copy and follow along, because you will have to change a few letters or a few numbers, which in my case the numbers will be 1, 2, 3 to whatever letters you have it as, or even numbers. You will be having to change some of the code, but that's just up to you if you're not going to copy the way I have. So my auto clicker is pretty simple. It's Shift 0. You can change that, because in the last video I made about a macro, you guys, some of you guys didn't know how to change the keybind, and the way to do it is by changing this. So you put that as P or I or U. So whatever the keybind is from here before the colon is the keybind. So I'll put it back as Shift 0. So Shift 0 is my keybind, and if we go into the game, I press Shift 0. It's going to be doing the auto clicker on a loop. It's going to keep clicking. It's pretty much just a normal auto clicker. Now we press End, and then this is a message that'll pop up to tell you that the auto clicker, or not auto clicker, the macro has stopped. Now if we go back, next thing is going to be the KG farmer. So it's going to be my 1, 2, 3. It's going to be Shift 9. Now you could also change how many times this is going to be repeated. So you could change it to where it could do it 100 times, 1,000 times, 10 times, even 5 times if you wanted to. So this is how it works. Shift 9. It's gonna keep going through both or all 3 of the pages. And the ones I have is Joshin, Itachi's, MS, and the Running Gun. Now it also charges your chocolate, so you can actually leave this overnight without having to worry if your chocolate runs out. Now I'm almost level 800, but you could also change the your chakra charge, which I have it at 500, just so it doesn't put me in a mode. And the only reason why I have it as 500 is because even if I was on max chakra, I would rather have it be in short bursts than have it go through an entire charge. So right now the code is actually waiting for each and every cooldown of my KG to get off of cooldown. So you see the Josh just got off the cooldown, and it's gonna just press the button immediately as soon as he gets off. So now when the Mataratu for Itachi's MS hits out, it's gonna press it and it goes off. So that's how that works. You press N and it stops the code. So now you press Windows key, F2, there it is. Now go back to the code. The next one, now let me actually explain. So the way the code works is these are the numbers you're gonna be changing. So if let's say your keybind for your KG is L, you change this to L. Your next will be K, which you change this to K, and then your next one will be J. You change this to J, and those are going to be the keybinds that you're pressing on the KG. The sleep, this is what I was talking about. This is the amount of seconds, or the amount of milliseconds you're going to be holding it down. So this is going to hold it down for 0.5 seconds. Every 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. So 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. So I'm going to change it back to a half a second. Another thing is, if your charge chakra is something other than C, this is what you would change right here. Alright, this is the basic farmer. This is going to be from your R all the way, or my R all the way to my B. So if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you would change all these to their corresponding slots. So I'll show you how it is right now. By the way, I'm actually changing this to 1,000 just because It's actually going to take a lot of chocolate. So it's going to be Shift 8. Or Shift 8. It's going to be using all the chakras. Or all the slots. I'm going to go through all of them. Then it's going to charge up each and every one. Actually change it back to 0.5 seconds. And then we're going to wait till R and it's going to go back to it. It's going to do my DR in a second after it goes through the entire cycle. Now there's also another thing is it will tend to stop pressing one button just because it's going too fast. So there is a way to fix that. If we go back to the code and we actually put a sleep 100, which is 0.1 second, it will actually fix this and it will actually press that key. So I will show at the end of the video on how that works. So I'll put this back at 500. Now the next one is going to be the first stage of a gym. Now the way this works is it's going to be doing one, a roar, which is a Q without a weapon, and two, a Z spec, which is whatever your Z spec is, it's going to be pressing now. Then it's going to do a 25-second cooldown, because each roar on normal roar will be 25 seconds plus the Z. So it gives it a few seconds to catch up with each other. So I'll be showing you that. Shift 7. So you take off your weapon, take it off, whatever weapon it is, whether it's Genin Kusanagi, V2, Genin Kusanagi, Savage Blade, Execution Blade, take it off. And we do, I believe it was Shift 7, press Shift 7. Oh, you gotta go back and turn it back on. You do Shift 7. Now, there is an issue where your camera shakes and it starts to turn you around. Now, it will start to turn you around in a full circle for some reason. I'll just put it back here. So, if you notice there's a cooldown, it's actually gonna wait 25 seconds. Now, I will be making a way, or making a code to where it actually puts another loop in where it starts spamming click. Instead of it waiting the 25 seconds, it will start spamming click for 25 seconds. And it will actually give you some regular XP than just giving you Gen XP. So as you see, it's going to wait another 25 seconds. So you see how the Z spec is stopped? Well, if you press the Z, it would actually skip over the Q spec. So that's why you want to wait. And now I'll explain what's going to happen after. After it does it 5 times, you could actually make this 10 for overnight XP grinding. After it does it 10 times, it's actually going to go here to send, and it's going to turn off your gen, and it's going to wait 30 seconds. 30 seconds. If you're gonna have it for 10 times, for it to go 10 times, you might want to increase the sleep time. But since I have it at 5, 30 seconds is actually perfect for a 10 mode max for mode. So it's gonna wait 30 seconds, which is gonna make it go all the way to the front, and then it's gonna stop. And then after the 30 seconds is up, it's gonna go right back up here. It's gonna turn back on, and then it's gonna go back through the loop. Now the second stage Gen Farm. Now I made it to where it's automated to where it's gonna spam Z and 5, whichever your gen is. I have it as Isabu, and Isabu, his imperfect cloak is Z5. Now if you have anyone like Koku, it'll be Z and 8 as your imperfect. So I would actually show you. This is how you interchange them. So if you go to sub abilities, and I have Koku or Koku right here, you do Z, hold Z, and you spam Z8. That is his. Oh, that's not his imperfect. I believe it's Z6. Z6 is imperfect, and you can keep spamming Z6. It's gonna keep spamming the roar, and that's how you're gonna get all your XP from AFK. So if we turn it off, I'll show you how this script is gonna work. Let me just pick up. Alright. So if we hit Shift 6 while we turn on our script, so Shift 6, okay, turn on. Gonna go to our thing. Now I actually messed up here because I forgot to change the actual number. I believe it was Shift 6 is the thing. File save. We ended it already. That's now do it again. Shift 6. It's gonna keep spamming S6 or Z6. There you go. So that's the number that you would change depending on which one is your imperfect cloak form. So for Koku, it'll be 6. For Isubu, it'll be 4. For Matsutabi, it'll be 3. For, I believe, Shukaku, it's going to be 2. And then whichever is the first number is going to be that. But for, like, Ninetales, I believe it will be, like, 6 or something for the imperfect form. And then 7 will be the bone one. And that's going to be how you're going to... Whichever one is going to be the imperfect cloak form is what you're going to be using. Or whichever the number is going to be. That's what you're going to be using. So we're going to stop it. Get out of it. So this is pretty much the entire thing. By the way, if you want to change the message box, which is when you press N, it's gonna pop up that message. This is where you change it. Now I believe I was gonna explain this. So pretty much the C down. This is where you change the how long it's gonna hold down the C. You change it to 1,000, and that's how long it's gonna hold down the C button to charge your chakra. And that's pretty much it. So like, subscribe, share. Because if I get banned, I'll let you know, and I'll let you know to not use it.